Hi, this is Rob Cornish from GainHighGround.com. I hope you're well, and in this video we are going to do two things. Firstly, I'd like to share with you the results from the recent questionnaire that I put out to my subscribers. And secondly, I'd like to show you a few ways that you can actually use questionnaires for yourself to gain a real invaluable insight into your market or whatever market you're going to go into in the future. There's really such good data mining, if you like, you can do with questionnaires if you set them up right. And I'm going to show you how to do this completely for free. It hardly really takes much effort or time at all either. So let's get started. And the first thing we're going to do, like I said, is actually look at some of the results that I've had in the questionnaire that I created. So what I've done is actually created this questionnaire in Google Drive. Now actually Google Drive is the kind of new name for Google Docs. So when you log into your Google account, you might see Docs up here at the top, or if you don't, then you can add it with the More button here. If you just come down and add it or go to Even More, you'll be able to get that set up. It's all totally free. But for me, I've kind of upgraded, if you like, to Drive, which again is free. It's just the new version. So let's click there first of all. And you'll see I've grayed out some of these documents just because they're actually shared with private clients and so on, so it wouldn't be fair to them. But the most important one is right here at the bottom, which is Gain High Ground subscriber feedback. So let's click into there and I'll show you some of the results. Now what we're looking at is a spreadsheet, a Google spreadsheet, and this contains the actual individual results from all the people who actually filled out the questionnaire. Now obviously you can actually just look at the individual responses, but what's really good about this Google application is that you can actually get a summary, a really nice graphical summary of all the results. So if I go up here to Form and I can come down to Show Summary of Responses, so I'll click there. You see a new window pops open, and you can see so far I've got 244 people who've taken the time to actually fill out my questionnaire and submit it. I probably sent this out okay, it's just under a couple of days ago, so this is still rising, but you know, I think at 244 that's more than enough we need to be kind of statistically significant, you know, and get some meaningful information. So let's go through, and I just want to point out a few things that I think you might just be generally interested in, and I'll also make a few comments about these results and what they might mean in terms of an interpretation. So first of all, what is your age? You can see there's hardly any kind of really young people that have filled this out. But the majority, I mean, I'm in this age bracket. I'm actually 36, so 35 to 49 is quite a lot of people in that group. But the most popular is 50 to 65. Okay, and that's actually something that I kind of knew already, and just wanted to confirm with this questionnaire. But what you find is a lot of the niches, particularly in internet marketing, also stock trading, for example, which is or forex, if you like, which is an area I've marketed in myself. You do tend to, this is a typical profile in terms of age brackets. Okay, so those are those results. Mostly male. Okay, this is actually 82% of people are male and 18% are female. Now this is quite interesting. How much money do you make online per month? A staggering 48% of people have never made anything, and they never have, and they haven't. They're not right now either. Okay, there's 15% of people are not making any money now, but they have in the past. And then the rest of the people, and this is about, if you add these up, it's about 38% of people are actually making money online, but it's kind of maybe what you call a sort of residual income. Okay, so it's kind of a few $100 a month, maybe up to 1,000 or whatever. It's a few people from 1,000 to 5,000 Okay, so that's quite interesting. So I suppose what we do want to know is that, you know, is it just because people are brand new and they're only just got started, so that's why they haven't made any money? Or is it because people have been trying for a long time and they've kind of haven't yet made it? Okay, they haven't had the success that they want. We'll go on to have a look at some other questions in a moment to clarify that. So let's move down. Are you employed full-time? Well, that, along with self-employed or own business, are the most popular categories. And you can see a fair amount of retirees and some people who work part-time, maybe retired the rest of the time, and so on. What's the biggest thing you struggle with? Well, information overload at 43% is the number one target. I can tell you I still struggle with this, okay? I know we talk about it so much on the blog, don't we, and in the membership site and all of that. There are so many things you can do to overcome information overload, okay? Unsubscribe from all the all those marketers that just send you promotion after promotion. Focus on building a list and a real business. You know, disregard anything that claims you can make money, thousands of dollars or whatever by this time next week, because you can't, basically. Those are that's part of the hype, I guess, in internet marketing. And just treat it like a business. So there's things like that and other things which you can do which will help you. But I can tell you even now, you know, I'm actually looking at some different smaller niches in my business, and also some things like software and mobile marketing. And even that, after a while, when you're looking at those, you can get a bit overloaded, even though, you know, I've been online for a while and seen some great success. So it's just an awareness, I guess, but it does get better, I think, over time. So that's the kind of good news and the light at the end of the tunnel. Staying motivated is another big thing, and I think the key with that is actually to get some early results. So by results, I mean, if you're brand new starting out, then a good result is 1 visitor to your website, then it's 1 subscriber to your list, and then it's 1 sale. Okay, that's the kind of the first results that you can get. And I promise you, even after you made your first sale, that really is incredibly motivating, because it's nothing like it. You've actually seen that it can be done. Okay, even if it's just like a couple of dollars or $5 or something, it can be really motivating. And then as you move forward, you can actually then build on that success and those early results, and you get even more motivated. And that's certainly what's happened to me, and I definitely get that feedback from other people who, you know, have been through this, you know, as I have as well, and as you are as well, of course. So how long have you been interested in internet marketing? This comes back to the other question, if you remember, when we saw that I think it was, what was it, 48% of people have never made money online. So we were saying, is it just because they're brand new, or have they been trying for a long time and not yet had that success? Well, it's the latter, I think, because you can see the majority of people have actually been online over a year. All right, so there are some new people, of course, you know, and quite a few people that are been on between 3 months and a year. But obviously there's something going wrong there, because people have been online for, you know, quite a bit of time, and maybe that information overload and the motivation issues are kind of dragging them back from that success. Okay, and by the way, another thing that's really bad to do, as you probably know, is just buy one product after the other. Okay, throwing money kind of scattergun at the problem is very unlikely to yield results. So yes, you do need to invest, and investing in good solid training is very, very you know, is a great idea, but make sure whatever you do, just make sure it's really targeted, and it's definitely something that you can follow through on. That alone will really increase your chances of success there. Okay, let's move on. What's your income goal? This is quite interesting, because the majority, you know, look, there's an over 10 grand a month here, and a few people have picked it. In fact, that's 4%. But not everyone is saying, you know, look, I want to earn millions and loads of money. Okay, most people the most popular response is actually in this bracket, $2,500 to $5,000 per month. And I think that really makes sense when you consider the answer to the next question as well, because look, 73% of people are more interested in lifestyle than money. And I love both. You know, I've always said this, you know, since I started. That's why I came into it, because I want to make money, of course we all do, but I also want nice lifestyle, because the jobs I had in the past, I loved all of them, okay? Everything from working in the factory or the petrol station I worked in for 6 years, or when I was an investment analyst, or worked in fund management as well. All of those jobs, whatever it is, I always enjoyed all of them, okay? But what I didn't like was the regime, the 9 to 5 regime, or in my case, it was 7 till 6, the last job I actually had. So money's not the only thing, and that's really interesting, isn't it? That most people are after the lifestyle, and look, you know, it's about a residual income, or an income replacing income, that maybe you can move away from your job, or just go part-time, or just have a more flexible lifestyle. So very interesting stuff. Now, this is good. Please choose 2 topics that you would most like to learn more about, okay? So what are the most popular ones? List building. Very pleased to see that, because that is the #1 thing, okay? Look at anyone who's successful, online or offline, all the businesses, they all have a database of prospects and customers. It's so important. So I'm so pleased to see that that's the #1 response there. That's great news. Affiliate marketing is very popular. Okay, that's one way I make money. It's very, very good. Once you get it going, it's very lightweight as well. It really doesn't take that much time just to review products and then actually make a recommendation. Product creation as well, I'm pleased to see that, because that is a very rewarding process in terms of you creating something out of nothing. It's a really sort of, it's like kind of quite wholesome, you know. It's a good feeling when you go through it, even though you might be a little bit daunted before you do it. Also finding a niche as well. And I think this probably reflects the people who are maybe right at the beginning and more haven't been online for so long, and they haven't found the right area for me. This is something else I knew was very popular before, and that's actually why I created my 101 Profitable Niches ebook, which I give away for free on gainhigherground.com. So again, I hope you can start to see now how feedback from your subscribers or from visitors to your website can really give you some good ideas and inspiration on what to create. So it's really targeted, and you're really delivering kind of the value that people want. Now, the only other comment I'll make here is I'm very pleased to see SEO was the least popular response. And I think if you'd have done this, if I'd have run this, say, 2 or 3 years ago, or 3 years ago was before I kind of started really, but I wasn't online then. But you know, if you did it 3 or 4 years ago, I think SEO probably would have been the #1. But I think people are starting to realise that SEO is actually a very, very time-consuming, laborious and uncertain method of getting traffic. SEO, of course, is search engine optimization. It's about ranking web pages high in Google to get traffic from Google. But it's increasingly competitive. It's a long-term game. You're competing with people who spend lots and lots of money on outsourced teams to you know, pay for tools and software and to do SEO. And of course the game rules change all the time with every Google update. You know, we hear about Panda, Penguin. Matt Cutts from Google has just said there's another update coming up as well. So I'm really pleased to see that people aren't focused on that so much. It has got its place, SEO, maybe, you know, particularly if you're doing like local business marketing or some very, very small niches. But generally, you know, I mean, about 10% I think of the traffic I get is from Google, and most of that traffic is just people searching for my name or for Gain High Ground. So they already know I exist, they're just trying to find my site again. So really, SEO, I don't care what Google does, it's not really the way to go. As we say so often on the blog, and particularly in Gain High Ground membership, you know, and we cover in detail, there's so many other traffic strategies, both free and paid, that you can implement that have bigger bang for buck than SEO. Enough said on that, let's move on. How much money are you willing to invest? So this is a really good question to ask. Again, if you do a questionnaire, we'll talk about how you can do that in a moment, but if you ask, you know, a question like this, this is really useful to know how much to charge, and what, and more importantly, what value do your subscribers, your audience, place on this kind of information, okay, or products or services or whatever you're selling, okay. So you can see the majority is anywhere between $50 and $500, okay. So I've sold things online. I think the cheapest product, well, I suppose I've done $1 trials, so I suppose that's the cheapest product, but really it's kind of $5 has been the cheapest product, and the equivalent of, I guess, $5,000 has been the most expensive. So again, over time it makes sense to have that spread, but still really useful to know kind of what the hot area is of pricing, and what the, you know, how much people value the products that are available in the marketplace. What's your preferred format for receiving training? Video and ebooks are very popular. Now that brings us on to this. I had this idea that people were getting sick of video and webinars, because I get these comments, people saying, oh, I'm sick of webinars, you know, all that happens is they waste an hour of your time. It's an inconvenience to turn up live, and then they try and sell you something. It's just a disguised sales pitch. So I asked this question to find out, you know, if my suspicion was true that people were getting sick of it. And actually, this shows I was completely wrong. So 86% of people are more likely to watch a webinar or video now compared to a year ago. And remember from the earlier thing that most people were actually not new, right? They've been online for over a year. So these are people that have been around for a while, and they've seen the trends in the market as well. Again, a lot of people say ebooks are dead, okay, don't bother doing an ebook, you can't do that. But look at this, 76% of people say they're more likely to read an ebook or report compared to a year ago. So I hope you can see, again, questionnaire is so important, because you or I may have ideas, but they could be completely wrong. And it doesn't matter what you and I think, it matters what the audience thinks. And in this case, obviously on that question, I was completely wrong. So that's a really interesting result there for me personally. Okay. Finally, how would you describe yourself as a marketer? Most people are beginners. I guess that confirms some of the reflects some of the other answers we got. Okay. There's quite a lot of intermediate people. I guess those are the people that are actually more of the people who are making the money. Okay, actually earning money every month online. So what I'd like to do, I think that's more than enough on the actual results for now. What I will show you just very briefly is that I actually did some other questions in the spreadsheet, and actually put an area where people can type, okay, and these are individual responses that people have typed, okay, you can see. So many questions I get is I don't know what to email my list about, I don't know what to write about on my blog, I don't know what product to create, and it's a real issue, you know. But look, if you have a questionnaire like this, look at how much information I've got. I've got so much information. People have told me exactly what their ideas are, you know, and you can actually just go through some of these and just get way more ideas than you need. So it's a brilliant way of brainstorming. So what I'd like to do now is actually show you how to basically set these up. So the first thing is to you can use other systems like SurveyMonkey is very popular, okay, so you could definitely check out that. I've chosen to use Google Drive, and in particular if you go to create, once you've got this set up, remember this is all completely free, go to forms, okay, just select a form, okay, and we'll give this a title here, sample questions we'll call it, and we'll just do an example so I can show you how it works. So are you male, or female? Okay, and then let's have this as multi-choice, so you can see you can do different styles of or different types of questions as well. We'll do multiple choice, we'll put male, and then below here we'll put female. And obviously, you know, some markets are much more dominated by females than males. So again, it's a really interesting thing. What you can get totally different results compared to the ones that I've just seen. But anyway, this is how you create your questions. That's the point. I'm going to click done here, and up at the top right I can go to save. Okay, and if we just go back now to my drive, if I refresh, you can see that we've got sample questions. Alright, so if I click into that, what happens is you get taken through to the spreadsheet, and this is, as you've seen in my questionnaire that I actually did for real, you can see that these are the actual questions that you get, or these will be the individual responses. What you can also do is, if you come up to form, you can do a couple of things. You can show summary of responses, and that will give you that graphical representation, all the charts and everything automatically generated, okay, for you. So that's really good. And also, if you go to form and go to live form, that will show you how the form actually looks. So you can see we've just created this questionnaire. So if I go male here and then I click submit, okay, your response has been recorded, and we could go back to this questionnaire. You can see the spreadsheet has filled out, and if I go up to show summary of responses, hopefully, there we go, we've got a chart already, and 100% of people, there's only one, which is me, is saying they're male. So you can see it's really simple to set up, it's totally free, and what you can do, you could put this, you know, once you've done this, by the way, if you go to form and go to live form, just take that URL, this web address, and promote that. So when I say promote it, I mean if you've got a list, you will email it to your list. That's how I did it. You could put it onto your website, okay, give visitors to your website a chance to fill out the questionnaire. You could put it on Facebook or Twitter, really anywhere that you've got. You can put it in the download page of a product that you're selling, okay. You could put it in as a link in a guest post that you do. But a really good idea, and this is what I was referring to right at the beginning, this is actually, I used to do this actually. I tried it out for a while, not with a big questionnaire, but with just an email response. What you can do is put this in your autoresponder sequence. So think about this. People join your list, and then maybe after, say, a couple of days, they automatically get delivered the email which says, hey, could you help me to help you? So I'd really like to understand more about you and what I can do to help you. Please take a moment to fill out this questionnaire. You send them to this link, they go through to your questionnaire and they fill it out. Obviously not everyone does, because it takes a bit of time and effort, so you'll only get a small percentage of people actually who do it. But over time, you'll start to get a build-up of responses as more and more people actually join your list and actually fill out your questionnaire. So when you're short of ideas on products, on blog posts, on what to write in emails or whatever it is, what you can do, you can just come into Google Drive, you can open up the results to the questionnaire, see how many new responses you've got, and just scan through them, and you've got the ideas and the inspiration there. And this is not out of a textbook, it's not from some, you know, MBA marketing consultant, it's not from me or from your friends down the pub. This is real people, the real audience, and what they want, and that's why it's so valuable. So there you go. I hope that helps. I apologise for the length of this video, but hopefully that's given you some ideas. And remember, To set this up, I've just shown you a very simple example in the video. It's free. It will take you maybe an hour or two the first time you do it. I think the one I did probably took me like 40 minutes or something. And once it's done, if you put it into your autoresponder sequence, people will like you, your audience will like you, because you're actually asking for their opinion, and people generally like that. Many companies and businesses don't bother to do that, and you'll get some really super valuable market research feedback. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you did like it, please click, if you're watching on the blog, please click like and tweet this below, and also just drop your comments, any questions you have. I'd love to hear what you think about this and the results. Just please drop a quick note into the questions, the comments box below this video, below the post. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.